Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody is having a great day. Um, and I am a psychic medium, and I'm excited to be here to do some readings tonight. So we are going to get somebody on the phone. But before that, I thought let's shuffle the cards and see what the collective wants to know. So anybody that's listening tonight, or anybody that sees this afterwards, whenever you see it, will resonate with you. Um, what do we need to know? This is what we're going to ask Spirit, just in general. What do we need to know? Looking good already. I'm going to pull some cards out. Right on. Okay, so the first card they pull out tonight is the Ace of Cups, which is all about new beginnings. So it's new beginnings. This can be love. This can be a new relationship that's coming in, but it also could be your passion. It could be like a new job, a new career, a new hobby. Whatever it is, it's something new and it's exciting because it's a beautiful card. The next card that we have though is the Emperor. So for those of you that are like starting your own business, the Emperor is all about being an entrepreneur and being a really good entrepreneur and being really smart and slick and making the wise decisions. He's also a man of law and order, so he doesn't really take a lot. Like you can't trick this guy. He knows exactly what he's doing. And what's really interesting is that your next card is the Ace of Wands, which is all about career and beginnings and travel and all of that stuff. So the aces are out. So I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, actually, that March was going to be bringing in a lot of new opportunities and new things. And like, here we go. We're seeing it tonight with all these aces. There may be something that comes in that you need a little bit of clarity. All these opportunities are coming in, and you're like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Um, do I move? Do I stay? You know, what should I do? So the King of Swords has come in, and the King of Swords is all about clarity, and he is like the master of really making good decisions. But when anytime the swords come up, you got to remember that don't make these decisions too hastily. You got to make these decisions slowly. You got to take your time. You got to balance out sort of, the good and the bad. What's going to give me the best benefit? If I do take this new job, or I do move to a new city, or I start this relationship, how are things going to look for me? So take your time, don't rush, embrace it though, because these new opportunities I really feel are going to bring us in some wonderful, wonderful stuff for April. We're going to have the spring equinox in a couple of weeks, which is really similar to having like a new year, in the astrology world. When we go into Aries, it is a new year, right? So it's a great time to set new intentions, to start new things. So we are going to get somebody on the phone. So we're looking at Jody in Red Deer, Alberta. Hi, Jody.
Hi there. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
What can I do for you this evening?
I'm just wondering. Well, I didn't know what whatever I'm able to do, whatever you can do. General reading.
Do you have a particular question? Sorry, do you have a particular question?
Well, I'm into mediumship and like my past loved ones and stuff like that. But if you can, whatever you can do, just whatever you want.
You'd like me to bring in a departed loved one?
Sure.
All right, sure. All right. Because I don't have a lot of time, Jody, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in somebody. I'll let you know who it is, who's coming in. And then what I'll probably do is ask the spirit to shuffle some cards. I have some like special cards that I use for mediumship. And we'll get you some messages through there. That way I don't have a lot of dead air. Because sometimes it takes me a while to hear the messages. Let's just see who's coming in for you. Hey, Jody, do you have a male who's departed? Did you lose a father figure, grandfather, uncle, somebody like that?
Yeah.
So who would it be? Your dad?
It would be my father's alive, but it would be probably my uncle.
Your uncle, okay. Did he die quickly, Jody?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he have a heart attack?
No, he was murdered, shot in the head.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I felt like I just got this like really like I'm here and I'm gone like really quickly.
Yeah, yeah, it
Okay.
happened in his sleep.
Oh, wow. Okay. So know that you didn't feel any pain. Like, it was, which I think you do probably know because of the way it went down. And, but, he literally was just woke up in heaven, right? He's just like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
going out of my, I'm out of that body. But he does come to me with a lot of anxiety. So I think he had a lot of stress in his life right around the time that that was going to happen, that happened, right?
yes,
Which kind of leads me to believe that he wasn't that surprised, right?
yeah,
But I think you guys were, like family were probably, I mean, how can you not be, right?
yes,
Nobody expects their loved one to be shot.
yeah,
God love him. He, you know what? He's a really kind person because I can feel his spirit, right? I can feel his soul. Ah, bad luck, bad circumstances, right?
yeah.
Not a life that he wanted. I can tell you that. Interesting, though. Okay, so it's really funny because when I bring them in, like I do feel their personalities, and I do feel somebody that had a lot of love actually. And the first card that I have for him is abundance. And when I'm focused on, normally this card is about manifesting and bringing abundance into your life. But what I'm focused on completely in this card is the red, which is I think the love that he had for people and the love he had for you for sure. Um, and I feel that love that he had and that connection that you had was more when you were younger. Maybe you like fell out of touch with him as he got older, right?
I did.
You did, yeah. Um, so if he looks back at his life, he had a lot of doubt in his life, right? So I released the need to know all the answers. So, and that just kind of shows like where his kind of life was. He didn't really wasn't quite clear on where he was going to go or what he was going to do, right?
Yes,
Is his message for you, and that's just brought a lot of doubt and probably a lot of chaos into his life. His message for you is judgment, though, is I understand that everyone here has their own unique path and challenges. And because you have a family member who is in this situation, I think this is a beautiful message for you. But I also feel that this is probably the exact way you are in life is that you look at people and you're like, you know what? People have their own challenges and bad things happen to people, and people go down the wrong path, and it's okay because those things happen, right?
yes,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, exactly, and that's exactly how you are. So his next card for you is like it's more like him looking back on his life. Is this something he would have changed or something he would have did differently or paid more attention to? And he actually has fear. I realize that I am testing the resolve to live in the energy of love. And he was. His life path, like at the end of his life, put him in a state of fear, which really messed him up when it came to being, a loving, energy in this world because he was so consumed and I think scared at the end of his life, right? Um, Even though not at that moment, but around that time. Um, but his next message for you is I understand that a mistake is just an opportunity to learn, right? And that sort of really goes along with the judgment too card when you're saying, you see people make mistakes and you're like, you know what, people do make mistakes, but they can get better and they can change and they can learn from those mistakes. And I really feel that that's the message he wanted to send out to you tonight.
Awesome.
He really is telling me like how compassionate and understanding you are, which is beautiful, Jody. You have a wonderful,
I try.
wonderful energy. Yeah, like because you know what you know better than a lot of people, right? It's
Yes,
yeah, and you're able to so he's I can tell you I'm just he's still with us. I am having like a fair amount of like, like my heart palpitations and stuff, and I just feel that that's sort of where he kind of was right before he left. But know that he loves you very much. And you have is he your dad's brother?
Well, it's actually a funny story because he's actually my cousin, or he's my uncle, but he's, I call him my uncle, but he's actually my cousin, is what it is. But he's so much older. So I've always called him my uncle.
Right on. Well, that's kind of sweet, right?
Yeah.
And I think he
So,
likes
yeah.
that. Would he on your dad's side though? Is he on your dad's side or your mom's side?
He's on my mom's.
He's on your mom's side, okay. And yeah, crazy. He just, he's like next time will be a lot different, right? I mean, that's basically what he's telling me, right? It's just circumstances or were out of his control. Um, but do know that he loves you very much, and do like share the fact with your mom that he is on the other side and he is safe. We only have like 2 minutes left, but he's like, you know, he went into the spirit world. He's not suffering because of any kind of life he had or bad people he was messed up with, right? Like he's on the other side, he's learning lessons, and he's safe and he's happy. And
Okay. I love hearing that.
yeah, no, I know, because I think people question sometimes, but he's doing wonderful. And and he is helping you. So, if you need any guidance, you need any help, open up to him. That's the rule of the spirit world, is you just have to ask for help. So, because he is
Yeah, you
sweet.
bet.
He has this underlying like kindness and loving personality, and I can feel it. So, but thank you so much, Jody, for calling in
Thank you
tonight. I
very
really
much.
appreciate that. It was great hearing from you,
I
and I wish you
appreciate
all the best.
you.
So for everybody out there, I am Psychic Medium Cindy. You can follow me on Facebook. I do free readings on Facebook, usually once or twice a month. If you want to book a private reading with me, you can do so either through Facebook, Instagram, or on my email at psychicmediumcindy@gmail.com. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great night.